7 of the NFL. And we'll be watching the Patriots' rangy cornerback. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Patriots and the Blues under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Blues. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football, one of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Aguilar. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. This defense for the Pats, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Walden, despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And we know all about the importance of this ball line.
Right now you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC. And I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such. But let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 137 yards, and a score.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 17-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. New England's offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Aguilar got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now a give, right side. Walden. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. Operating from the gun, Aguilar. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players.
Took about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, still a long way to go in the season. We know that. But as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC. So I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we can look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On second down, they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, Aguilar. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Got a make. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Aguilar throwing middle, and it's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Second and 4. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to. And the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a room to maneuver. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? gets into it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a big loss on the play there, an absolute disaster, really.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Walden. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. The Ravens don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. From there, we head through Delaware and up to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Cards with the kind of victory that could save their season, because there would have been no coming back from 1-6. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second into his prime, a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Second and 6. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. They're going to look to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talked about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Over the middle, it's complete. 2nd and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Aguilar. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case...
Well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'll set up to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. To throw on third down. Aguilar throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jones. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football. Keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar, wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On first down, Aguilar. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Now the ball comes loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Chicago offense set to get started. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.